Hi Krishna, good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, Ashutosh. Good afternoon. Very good afternoon. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. What about you? How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well as well. Thanks for asking me too. So, as we are meeting, I'm really excited to know about yourself. So, please, can you tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Why not? As you can see, my name is Krishna.
Hmm.
Basically, I'm from Bir district of Maharashtra state, but currently connecting you from Pune. I have completed my master's in computer science, and I work in a software industry from last 3 years. And if I talk about my hobbies,
Hmm.
like I'm fond of cricket, and apart from that, I love trekking
You love
and
what? Sorry?
trekking.
Okay.
Yeah, trekking. And if I talk about like I have recently started working on my communication. So yeah, so that is a little bit about me.
Oh, that's great to hear about you. Okay. So, now do you
Okay.
know something about myself, or do I need to introduce myself in front of you?
Yeah, I know a little bit, but it will be great if you introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi, and I am from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I have recently completed my master's degree in English literature. Apart from this, as you know, I run a YouTube channel that focuses
Yeah.
on spoken English conversations mainly. And I have been conducting sessions for my students for the past 3 years. Means I'm a spoken English trainer by profession. I conduct one-on-one
Okay.
sessions for my students. So that's all about me. When it comes to my hobbies, I like singing, photography, playing cricket as well. But nowadays it's very difficult to play cricket. Of course, I like playing a lot, but unfortunately, it's very difficult to play cricket nowadays as I'm working. So that's what I can say. Yeah, that's all about me.
Right. Yeah. As you mentioned, like if you're working or doing anything like we don't get much time to work on our like enjoying hobbies, like we don't get time. Yeah, I was talking like I also don't get time to play, but I watch cricket. So do you watch cricket?
To be honest, I feel watching cricket is a waste of time. And I used to watch cricket earlier, but nowadays sometimes only I check the scores. But I'm not very much interested
Okay.
in watching cricket a lot because I want to invest time in
Okay.
my own things. And yeah, I know like Test cricket is going on, and whenever I go outside, most of the boys they would discuss all these things. So I check out the scores, but I do not watch
Okay.
cricket in that sense that it's time consuming because I feel
Okay.
playing cricket is better than watching cricket because if you play cricket, it is good for your physical health. But watching cricket
Right.
is sort of wasting time, I would say,
Yeah.
because it is not going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
give you in terms of health or it is not going to give you something in terms of money as well. So that's what I
Okay.
feel. So I don't waste a lot of time in watching. But yes, if there is any World Cup, semi-finals,
Okay.
finals, any important match, maybe I would watch it.
Okay. Means you watch, big tournaments only.
Yes, I'll take
But
out
one
time
thing
and I'll
is
try to
there.
watch it. Mhm.
Okay. Now, one thing is there, like watching, I enjoy watching also, but I don't watch continuously, like, complete match. But like one more thing is there that is helpful for me, that is listening commentary. So whenever I watch in English only. So it
Mhm.
is helpful for me to improve my English. So because of that is one another reason to watch, like apart from my hobby.
Yeah, that's really nice. If you're watching it for understanding English and listening to some good commentators like Hartza Bogle or
Yeah.
very good, I think, commentators are there, so it is pretty helpful. Even though I
Right.
listen to commentaries, particularly I watch some clips or I watch some, I would say that some 15 minutes highlights to focus on the
Okay.
English, how they are presenting themselves rather than watching
Yeah.
full match. And I don't get sufficient time as well. Nowadays, I feel like all 365 days matches are happening. So you cannot
Right.
watch all the matches. men's
Right.
team, women's team, and then celebrities, this league, that league. So a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
things are going on. So you cannot cover all those matches, right?
Right, right. Yeah. So better
Okay.
is to, just check, scores and what is happening. We can get to know that. That is better.
Okay. Now, please let me know, like, as it is 2025 going on. So, what are your
Okay.
resolutions for this 2025, and what do you want to achieve till the end of this year?
Okay. I already talk about this in my some previous videos. Like, I don't
Mhm.
believe on resolutions. Like, it
Mhm.
is, I know it is helpful, but if you want to start something, like, you shouldn't wait for any particular time to come.
Mhm.
Okay, like if you shouldn't think like, okay, next year I will wait, like from next January or next year I will start this, I will do that. You shouldn't do that. If you want to do something, you should start from today itself, right? So I believe that, and but yeah, it's good if it is giving some kind of motivation, that is okay. But yeah, that is like I will be working on my communication this year, and I want to master this language. So next year I should be very confident. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that is
great
my
to hear.
resolution, you can say.
Well, of course, I have the same opinion for the resolutions. I don't believe in them a lot. But yes, I would say some things I think in my mind that what I have to do in this year, but I don't do a lot because I believe, yes, you should start from either it is 31st December or 1st January. It's same. Every day is
Right,
the
yeah,
new beginning. You
absolutely.
can start from any day. If you are postponing that new year will come and I'll start, and then maybe the Holi will come, then I'll start, Diwali will come. So means you are just procrastinating. You are not trying
Absolutely.
to do things from the day onwards when you are thinking. So I don't believe in that, and it's very difficult to stick to your own resolutions. Whatever you wrote
Yeah,
in
yeah,
maybe your diary, it is not going to be same at the end of the year. But
yeah,
if you're able to do it, that's really nice. Some people are able to do it
yeah,
and they
that's
check out their resolutions, they check out their goals, and they are able to work accordingly. So that's really good. But to be honest, I'm not able to do it. So I only think in my mind that what I have to do in this year. And for me, of course, I would be working on my YouTube and I would be conducting more and more sessions. Okay. So
okay.
coming to another question related to New Year, that how did you celebrate New Year? Do you like celebrating New Year or not?
Okay, same thing. I also like I don't like to celebrate anything. Like as you mentioned earlier, it's a new day for me. Like I didn't do anything, honestly. Like I was regular with my routine. Like I sleep at 10 only. I don't wait for 12 to come and nothing like that. And what can we do? Like I don't like to break firecrackers, and I don't like to go with parties and drink and having other stuff. I don't like to do that. But yeah, I enjoy with my family, like with my wife. Yeah, that is the only thing. I didn't take it as a new year or anything else. Yeah,
Right, of course. Even though I did not do anything special, I went to my hometown and I was there with my family. But of course, you can wish to people as much as you can. Because some people feel offended if you're not wishing them. So if you have
yeah,
some
yeah,
close relatives, your friends, so it is your moral responsibility to wish them at least once in a year because everybody is
yeah,
busy in their own life, and we get times on occasions only to wish them or to talk to them. So I did
yeah, yeah.
conversation with few of my friends and relatives, and I did not have any plan to be awake till 12, but my mother said, so we were awake, and I did conversation with my brother-in-law and my sister because she is married, and then we slept.
Okay,
So yes, there was
okay,
nothing special. It was very cold also, so we did not
right.
any have any plan to enjoy or go out. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. I feel the same for maybe the end of the year or beginning of the year.
yeah. Wishing people is that is fine. If someone is wishing, you can reply to them. If you are not even replying, so that is not appropriate. Yeah, we can wish.
Yes, at least you can talk to someone. That means there are few people in our life with whom we only talk on these occasions. We do not
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
to them openly, but only we wait if there is Diwali, then Holi, then we don't have any strong reason to have conversation with them. But at least due to
right.
these occasions, we talk to them for some time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And nowadays, like people are not ready to, meet physically, and they are just most of the time we are just talking on social media, right?
Meeting physically is really difficult, even though nowadays people don't get time to have conversation over phones also. People are that
Yeah.
much busy in their life nowadays. At
Yes,
least if
yes.
you're taking time or just having conversation, that's more than enough, what I feel.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, so now coming on to another question. As you said, you want to improve your English and communication skills in 2025. So,
yeah.
how long have you been working on it, and why you want to work on
Okay,
it? Why you want to improve?
okay. Well, if I honestly like speak, uh, very like from couple of months I have started. Like I was doing something, but I was not consistent, and like I was not consistent with my practices. But from couple of months I have like I am consistent and doing regular practices, like we have basic four practices, right? Reading, listening, writing, and speaking. So I'm not writing anything, but three practices I'm doing regularly. So I speak with people, I listen, and I read also. So I read newspapers. I don't read any particular book, but if you can suggest me any book, I will start reading that book definitely. So these three practices I'm doing, yeah. And like I was doing little bit practice, like it is not like that I have started from very basic. I was able to speak little bit, and I was able to understand everything. So but conversation I have started recently, and other practices also. And coming to like why I want to learn this language, as I mentioned, I work in a IT industry. Okay,
Mhm.
so like English is must here. If you know other languages, that is not important. Hindi is not required here. Other languages will not work. You should have command on English language only. So because of that, to improve in my profession, get promotions or other things. So because of that, I have started working on this language.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the next question goes to you. Yes, it is very important in all those IT sectors and software development field everywhere nowadays. I would say even though if you
yeah,
want to get a basic job, you need to be good in communication skills. Then they are going to hire you.
absolutely.
Even though you do not need communication skills later after getting
Yeah,
selection in
yeah,
it, but for the interview process, you need to be good in it. That's what I have
yeah,
realized.
absolutely.
Nowadays, it's very important. So another question goes to you, that is, who inspired you to speak or to work on your communication skills? Do you consider anyone as your role model?
No, no, I don't have anyone like who is inspiring me. The only thing that is other things, those are like you can say my responsibilities. You can say
Mhm.
my responsibilities. Those are like motivating me to work hard and to improve here, to get promotions or get any other roles or to switch job. This language is very important.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that
Okay.
is the only thing. Like I don't have anyone like who I'm watching them and getting motivation. It is not like that.
Okay, but whom do you follow on YouTube? People like Alina Rice, Ranveer, Jay Sherry.
Yeah.
There are many good speakers. Do you follow some of them?
Yes, yes. I follow. I watch Ranveer. You were talking about what is the channel name? I'm forgetting. It's I
Be
think Dear
biceps.
Vice. Yeah, yeah. I'm following him. I'm watching his podcast. And apart from that, some YouTubers are there like you and Rajni is there. Some other names are also there. I'm not getting those. But yeah, YouTubers I'm following and I'm watching their videos regularly. Ram is also there from Tamil Nadu, Ram. He's very
Right.
famous nowadays. I'm watching his videos.
Exactly. He is an immersing person in this field. So there are many
Yeah.
people are doing really well. Rajni Verma, Karishma Chauhan, Ram, yes, Shweta. So all these people
Yeah.
are doing really well, and people like watching their content because they have been
Right.
working really hard on themselves and they are providing good content for the
Yeah.
beginners who would like to improve
Mm,
themselves.
yes. So on this, my question will be like, watching videos will help me to improve. Will it help, or how it is? What do you think on this?
Yes, watching real conversations is always helpful, but you need to speak simultaneously. It does not mean
Yeah.
only by watching you are going to speak better English. You can take an
Right.
example of a child, right? Maybe if somebody is taking birth in Maharashtra, he listens to his parents, right? He listens to his friends and siblings speaking in
Yeah.
Marathi, right? So that's how
Right.
he understands the language. He understands the mechanism of the language, that how it works, but then he starts speaking as well. It does not mean that he's always silent and only listening and observing things. But once he understands a little bit, he tries to speak, even though he makes
Yeah.
mistakes, but he tries. So the same thing
Yeah.
you have to do. Watching conversation is helpful, but at the same time, you need to do practice. Then only it is going to be helpful. Otherwise, if you are thinking that you are taking input, but you are not doing something for output, then it is
Output.
not
Yeah.
helpful. So you need to complete that cycle, input and output. So if you are
Output.
listening,
Yeah.
writing, reading, or whatever all those things you are doing, that is like in like if you're listening, if you're watching, that is input. But speaking is output. Writing, that is
Right.
output. So that you have to do also. So
Right. Yeah.
basically, most of the people focus on, and I focused on, that was like listening to English content, watching English content to understand the non-verbal skills like facial
Yeah.
expressions, body movement, and all those things. And then I started speaking with the people as much as I can. So I was speaking more than I was watching these things. So what is more
Okay.
important that I can understand? Already you say that you can understand a bit, you can write also, as we studied English as a subject, but we did
Right.
not speak English as a language. So what is
Absolutely.
really important nowadays? You need to speak as much as you can to become fluent and to become
Yeah.
comfortable while speaking this language, right?
Yeah. Speaking is very important. That I have realized. Like, if you're not speaking for a single day, next day you will hesitate. You will not be able to speak properly. That I have realized. So
Yes.
and speaking consistently is very important.
And you need to be in touch of the language always, because I'm not living in England, I'm not living in America where you have to speak
Right.
English without any reason. But here you need to speak English consciously, because otherwise there is no need. Maybe by speaking Marathi or Hindi also you can spend your whole day, right? So but at least you need to take out time from your schedule to speak 30 minutes to someone in English. Then only it is going
Yeah.
to help you. And that you have to
Yeah.
do always. I have been speaking English for the past 4 years. My fifth year is running, but I try to speak as much as I can, because
Okay.
otherwise I'm going to lose my touch and I'm not going to
Yeah.
be really good in it.
Yeah. Like what I want, like I was expecting, like if I have achieved certain level, and if
Mhm.
I don't do any practice, I should be able to maintain that practice. Sorry, maintain that level. That is not possible, right? You have to practice regularly.
Exactly. You can take, like in the beginning, you need to be very consistent. Later on, you can be a little bit irregular. But if you have some reasons behind it, then okay.
Okay.
But if you don't have any reason, be consistent. Why don't you be consistent, right? That is very important. So because what happens once you reach on certain level, you can gain that rhythm in few hours or maybe few days. That's there. Means if you are very
Okay.
expert in it, so you will get that rhythm in few hours. Means if I did not speak English for 10 or 15 days, but within 3 or 4 hours, I'll get that rhythm back. So that can happen. But you need to be in touch of the language. That is only the solution. Even though if you would not speak Marathi for 10 years, you would forget Marathi,
Right. Yeah.
right? So
And
the
we
same
are
thing with
surrounded by our mother tongues, so we are not
yes.
realizing that if
So
you're
let's
forgetting or
suppose if you would go to America and you would not speak Marathi for 10 years, then would you be
yeah,
able to speak really good and difficult words of Marathi. I hope you would forget some things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any other question for me?
Question would be like, any feedback or suggestion for me, like what you realize, like how I speak, so where I need to improve. That will be my question for you.
Yes. As I have been listening to you, you are able to communicate and you are able to lead a conversation. That's really nice. So yes, but there is always a space for improvement. Nobody is perfect and
Absolutely.
nobody can be perfect, as this is a
Yeah.
language and we are not the
Okay.
native speakers. So what you
Yeah.
need to do, try to observe to the good speakers, follow some particular speakers and try to listen to them if you like their style, if you like their way of speaking. So you will
Okay.
get that the same style of speaking and try
Okay.
to work as we are Indians. Sometimes we speak really fast. That is the big problem. We do it. And second thing is that we have MTI, that's so common, that is mother tongue influence. So we need to focus on the pronunciation of every single words, that what is the right way to pronounce them. Okay? So
Okay.
apart from this, you will, but practice is only the thing which you need to maintain. And you need to make
Okay.
some friends with whom you can speak in English.
Okay.
Actually, that is going to help you. That's what I will say. Because nowadays also I try to find some opportunities so I can talk to some advanced level speakers or I can talk to native speakers because that is very important.
Right. Right. And definitely I will do that. And what about like my confidence and am I make able to make proper eye contact? Like I'm looking at you only, but I don't know whether I'm making proper eye contact or not. So what do you think on that?
Uh, yeah, that of course I can say that you can improve a little bit facial expression and eye
Okay.
contact. Actually, what problems happens in this front camera thing, that we
Ah,
are confused that whether we should look at camera actually or we
right.
should
Right.
look at the person. That happens with
Yeah.
everyone. But if you
Yeah.
will record your videos from the back camera, it is not going to happen because you have only one
Okay.
option, that is you have to look at the camera eye. But here you
Camera.
have two options, right? Either to look at
Yeah.
the camera lens or look at my face or my eyes,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay.
that happens with everyone and that's pretty confusing. But if you would record something from the camera, that is not going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't worry and try to work on facial expressions. That's what I can recommend you. That try to
Okay.
feel the language. That is very important.
Yeah.
Do not speak like you are stiff. Your facial expressions are not moving. Your means like
Yeah.
everything plays a role, right? You'll
Yeah.
be like eyebrows, your lips, your
Eyebrows.
actually the facial expressions. You're happy that so you should show from your actually the face so that it would
Yeah.
become easier for others to understand. But if you're only
Okay.
speaking but not enjoying the language, so that is not so good. That's what I can
Okay.
recommend. And there are many things to work on, but in the beginning, you need to focus on fluency and you need to maintain your consistency. Try to observe good speakers and try to observe that. That is going to help you a lot. That how they present themselves. Even though I have been
Okay.
doing it for very long, so that's how it is.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I will try to work on those things.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much. Very, very thanks to you. It was really nice talking to you. If you have any
Yeah.
question, then you can ask. Otherwise, we can wind up our session. And it was really nice talking to you. I hope you will continue your practice. So take out time every day and do conversation. Either it is audio, video, whatever it is. So, but make
Okay.
sure you do practice every day. That's what
Yeah. Yeah.
matters.
Yeah. 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 I don't have any question. You have explained everything very neatly. Definitely, I will follow these things and I will work on those. And yeah, so it was lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Like I was not expecting that you will reply this fast. Like I'm approaching so many YouTubers, but they are not responding. Like yeah, I can understand they will have their work, and as a YouTuber, like you guys have to manage so many things. Like you have to interact with people, you have to edit videos, upload them. Yeah, so many things are there. So thank you so much for your valuable time. It was lovely talking to you.
Yeah, pleasure mine
Yeah,
always. So, okay, thank you
yeah,
so much. Bye bye. Take
yeah,
care.
yeah. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.